officially welcome all our esteemed guests, Dr. B. Shadrach, Director SEMCA, Dr. Parikshat Singh Manhas, Director CEC, Directors of various EMRCs, distinguished experts, faculty members, and colleagues to this two-day pre-research workshop on research incubation and advanced training enhancing academic research in the digital era, being organized in collaboration with the Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, SEMCA, New Delhi. CEC, as the National Coordinator for Undergraduate and Postgraduate Massive Open Online Courses on the SWAYAM and SWAYAM Prabha platforms, brings to this initiative a nationwide network of 20 educational multimedia research centers and expertise in educational communication, digital content development, and technology-enabled higher education. SEMCA complements this with its rich international experience in research capacity building, technology-enabled learning, open educational practices, and the application of artificial intelligence and digital tools to strengthen research and innovation. Together, CEC and SEMCA have designed this workshop to support you as representatives of CEC's EMRCs across the country in building promising research ideas into well-structured and implementation-ready proposals through expert mentoring, methodological refinement, and the effective integration of digital research practices. Day 1 of this workshop will focus on idea generation and research formulation. Participants will engage in a live research proposal pitch session followed by expert-led discussions on refining qualitative research design, sampling techniques, and AI-enabled quality assurance. Building on this foundation, Day 2 will explore quantitative and mixed method research methodologies, academic writing, scholarly publishing, and referencing techniques. The workshop will culminate in a revision and incubation studio where participants will present their refined research proposals, marking the beginning of a 6-month-long research project across India. We hope that these 2 days will encourage meaningful collaboration across EMRCs and universities, inspiring innovative thinking and contribute to the development of high-quality research that addresses contemporary educational challenges. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you and wish you a productive, engaging, and enriching workshop. Thank you. May I now request Dr. Manhas to formally welcome Dr. Shadrach with the bouquet. This workshop has been made possible only through the guidance and support of distinguished leaders who have shaped this initiative, and it is now my honor to introduce them. Dr. B. Shadrach is currently the Director of the Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, SEMCA, which is the South Asian Regional Center of the Commonwealth of Learning in Canada. Over the past 4 years, he has led SEMCA's effort to support governments, educational institutions, and development partners across South Asia in advancing technology-enabled learning, open and distance education, teacher professional development, skills development, and emerging areas such as artificial intelligence in education. Prior to leading SEMCA, he served as a skills advisor at the Commonwealth of Learning, where he established the Skills for Work initiative to promote employable, job-ready skills across Commonwealth countries in collaboration with national governments and local organizations. In his professional career spanning nearly 4 decades, Dr. Shadrach has led ICT 4D education and skills development initiatives in over 40 countries, working with organizations including the International Development Research Centre Canada, One World International, the UK, Transparency International Germany, Telecenter.org Philippines, and the British Council in India. He has also served as a consultant to UNESCO Univoc, FCDO, ITU, ADB, UNDP, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the World Wide Web Foundation, Practical Action, the Open University UK, Article 19, and the ICT Agency of Sri Lanka. He earned his PhD in Information Science from Loughborough University in the United Kingdom. With this, may I now invite Dr. Shadrach to share his opening remarks.
So thank you, Professor Manhas, for this excellent partnership that we have with you. I met him just under 3 weeks ago or so, for the first time, although SEMCA had partnered with CEC for many, many years, but somehow in the last 6 or 7 years, we have not renewed that partnership. But introduced by Professor Vasudha Kamath, we were able to meet again, and I met him about 3 weeks ago when we discussed this idea of supporting this research competition that he had announced by then. And he was in the process of selecting the best research proposals. And we thought, why not we add an element to the research proposals by aligning, helping them to align with some of the ongoing efforts of the government, but also globally in the digital arena. So you were chosen for a reason. It's something that that you've earned. So you have, I'm sure you would have done this kind of research proposals for umpteen organizations, but when it comes to this particular one, we believe that this would be path-breaking, not only for your own career path in your own EMRCs, but also world over, because your outputs would speak for themselves, which could really build the scholarship in this domain. So, as you can see, CEC is supported by Call SEMCA in this effort, and we are trying to bring together some interesting elements today and tomorrow. So there is only one mission for us, but perhaps 3 goals. First is to orientate, which is not something that you are not aware of. You are fully aware of NEP 2020. But interestingly, I go around advising the vice chancellors in many parts of the country. And when I speak to them, they say usually that, oh, hum to NEP ko lahu kar diya. So we have already implemented NEP, but I tell them that you have not even scratched the surface. You have not even understood what NEP is all about. Of course, politically 1 or 2 states were vehemently opposed to NEP 2020, but things are changing. It's just a 64-page document. And when it comes to higher education, it's less than 20 pages. But if you unravel the 20 pages, there's quite a lot in it. And with the help of Professor Vasudha Kamath, we have so far created 20 video modules to help faculty members to understand, demystify NEP 2020. So when the vice chancellors tell me that we have already implemented NEP 2020, I would challenge them usually. I'll tell them that even in the next 10 years, you are not going to do this, because you need to really understand, digest, internalize, and create a practice within your institutions. So your research and efforts, I would believe that should align with NEP 2020, the SDG goals of where India is committed to, SDG 4 in particular, and also fitting the national agenda. And the moment you demystify and solve the national agenda, you really advance the mission of digital learning around the world, because India is a playground, as you would know, for many of these learning technologies. Now the second goal is to help you with gaining an understanding of advanced methodologies. Learning design is a huge subject today, particularly those who are creating content for people to consume. It's a huge subject. Learning design is not something that 1/3 of your size lecturing, in a box. It's much more to it. How do you engage? How do you utilize variety of techniques that are available in order to improvise upon your own teaching and learning practices? And if you look around, Coursera, Udemy, Udacity, all these private players who come into play, they have scaled up in no time to the scale of 10 million, 100 million users. And they've done so because they were able to actually bring in learning experiences for people aligned to the market needs, so that tomorrow the learners who have audited their courses are able to actually fit into the marketplace. as a higher education institutions, we are also compelled to look at employability, entrepreneurship beyond scholarship, because not many of them come into our institution just for the sake of getting a certificate. That certificate should mean something to them, and today the employers are not actually interested in certificates. They would say that if they have skills, we would hire them. The certificates are something that is a proof of concept, but when it comes to practicalities, they need to demonstrate their skills and competencies. So the question is, how do you use advanced methodology to advance learning for a purpose? Learning should lead to skill development and competency development that would result in their workplace practices. So we need to embed a variety of these techniques and tools. And the third one is to motivate you to not just pursue a research in a silo manner, but as a community. If the 10 projects would come together and demonstrate that you are different, your research outputs are different, you are a community with a difference. And you could relate with similar communities elsewhere who would like to relate with you, so the community of practice can expand. So we are here to basically orientate you, skill up, and also motivate you. And as you know that the themes that we are likely to explore, there are 6 or 7 sessions that now we are going to look into research transformation and pedagogy, look at emerging technologies, how we could deal with emerging technologies, including the aspect of ethics and policy and plagiarism and things like that, and how do we ensure inclusion and equity principles are incorporated. So the 2-day boot camp, as you would call, today and tomorrow, is looking at the research foundations on day 1, based on your own proposals and how we would refine your own proposal. But tomorrow, part of today, we'll also look at advanced techniques and technologies and methodologies that we can adopt. So Module 1, methodological frameworks. Module 2, academic writing and literature review. How do you systematically do research? We'll move into the variety of techniques that the people that I referred to, whether Coursera or Swayam or whoever is putting out a number of courses for the open field. They are really looking at data-driven decision taking. Learning analytics becomes very important. And in all this, we see as academics, we are well rounded and we are known for our research ethics and the integrity that we bring in. So we will deal with all this. So hopefully we will work with a kind of an optimized work plan. So the next 6 months are not spent just like that, spent in a very meaningful manner, so that you could bring out your output in a manner that it enhances the scholarship and the research integrity, but also it's publication ready, so that what you do should need to be communicated, and you would be in a position to basically take it to the next level. So the future of digital education is in your hands. We need to figure out how to scale up the impact of your research, and I'm extremely pleased that Professor Manhas has revived the research agenda within CEC. For a long time the research agenda was in the cold storage, but he has revisited it and resurrected that agenda, and you are the pioneers. You are the first cohort who is going to help Professor Manhas to demonstrate that here I come, here I revive the research agenda, and here is the proof of the pudding. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful address. Professor Dr. Parikshit Singh Manhas serves as Director of the Consortium for Educational Communication CEC, New Delhi, an inter-university center under the University Grants Commission. He is a distinguished academician, researcher, and administrator with over 20 years of experience in higher education, digital education, research, innovation, tourism, hospitality, and management. Before his tenure at CEC, he shaped the academic and administrative landscape at the University of Jammu, serving in a pivotal leadership role such as Chairman of JK Bose, Director of SCRT JKUT, Rector of the Udhampur campus, and Director of both the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management and the University Business Incubation and Innovation Center. His visionary efforts have driven innovation, fostered entrepreneurship, and advanced the implementation of the National Education Policy NEP 2020. As a prolific researcher, Professor Manhas has authored 10 books and contributed over 150 research papers to esteemed journals worldwide. His academic journey is marked by prestigious fellowships and grants, including the Commonwealth Fellowship, the AICTE Career Award for Best Young Teacher, UK IERI Thematic Partnership Grants, and major projects supported by UGC and the ICSSR. He has enriched academic communities as a visiting professor at top universities across Asia, the Middle East, Europe, and South America. As director of CEC, Professor Manhas is leading initiatives to strengthen digital education, MOOCs, SWAYAM, educational broadcasting, faculty development, and technology-driven learning, all in pursuit of research excellence and the vision set forth by the NEP 2020. With this, may I now request Professor Manhas to address the audience.
Very good morning to Director SEMCA, Dr. Shadak. A very good morning to all the directors of various EMRC present over here, participants of our research workshop present over here, and the staff of CEC. A very good morning to all of you. It's heartening to see all of you over here. I know some of you had reservations vis-a-vis coming over here, but finally we could see that you made it. And as Dr. Shadak rightly put it up, that this is the first cohort, or this is the first group. So whatever you are going to do is actually going to be the guiding light for all the other batches that we are going to build up and that are going to come up. It's going to be very imperative that you put in your best foot forward. You take care of the things what CEC is for, and you look at the vision of CEC, you look at the vision of SWAYAM and SWAYAM Prabha of Government of India, and you see to it what is happening on ground, and you give us a very, very positive, constructive feedback so that we could remodel, rebuild things over a period of time. So this is basically, I'll just briefly give you a roadmap, what prompted me to think about this particular workshop as well as this particular research assignment, and why we are into it, and what actually we are looking from you. So the basic fact is that we do get certain amount of research grants, but we were not able to utilize because of the various factors. We'll not get into that. But the basic aspect is that we are constantly developing MOOCs, we are constantly developing modules for our DTH channels, we are doing live lectures, but we are not understanding what our stakeholders want. We have never got something in black and white, that what within the ecosystem in which we are producing all these things, what is the stakeholder looking at? Are we really able to give them what they are desiring? Or whatever we are giving, is it able to do certain amount of value addition within their careers? Or is it able to do whatever they are delivering to the students, is it actually doing some value addition to those students? Or we are just getting into one of those rat races where we are saying, okay, Government of India has mandated us to prepare MOOCs, we are preparing MOOCs, Government of India has mandated us to give programs on DTH or give modules, and we are doing it. The actual fact is that we should understand our customer, or rather the consumer. So the consumer over here, the student, we should understand them. We should try to rebuild things as they want, because today's student is very smart, today's consumer is very smart, and they would only choose for the best products. Director SEMCA just named a few of the organizations which are into all this stuff, and they have been doing a lot better than what we have been able to do. But we have a very large network. So as far as manpower and network is concerned, we are one of the biggest in the country. But the fact is that our deliverables are not that suited to our audiences. And once they are not suited to it, audiences are shying away from it. They are moving away from it. That's not the right thing to do. So what we are expecting from you is, or from these proposals, obviously at this moment some of you might be thinking that our proposals are not in that direction. Yes, that's very true. When I was reading your proposals, some of them are not in that direction. But that's why we are organizing this workshop. where we want you to build your proposals in that direction in next 2 days. That's why you are told that come with all your assets, with your laptops, with all your creative knowledge, and you'll sit down over here. The session is formally ending at 4:30, but you are supposed to be present over here throughout the evening and try to finish. It's a boot camp, as SEMCA director rightly pointed out. It's a boot camp. After a long gap, this initiative is being taken up, and there must be some takers for it, but there must be some haters also for it, and there must be some guns which are ready for it. So I don't want those guns to be trained at us, but if we are able to give the best possible result, because I'm taking a big risk by organizing this and by doing it, but I'm as strong as you people are, as my army or my team is, so I'm depending hugely upon you. So give your best to this particular project. The another important aspect that you have to take into account is the timeline. We only have a period of 6 months to complete it. So don't be too ambitious. Don't be too ambitious that you cannot complete in 2 months. By middle of January, I would expect all of you to submit this report. It's a collaborative research that we are planning between CEC and your EMRC, from whichever EMRC your project is coming. So it's going to be a collaborative research owned by CEC and EMRC, and you all will be our foot soldiers who will be taking care of it. The fact is, look at a couple of very important things. How we can build up our programs in such a way that they are adaptable to all circumstances. That's an important aspect. Adaptability is a very, very important aspect. And you have to see to it that different students at different age groups, different takers, different people, different stakeholders in our ecosystem, right from I think somebody who's above 50 or above 60 who wants to learn, to youngsters, they are able to garner some information or some knowledge out of it. That's going to be a very important aspect. And that is what you're going to study in the market, that whether our MOOCs are able to do that, and if they are not able to do it, what tweaking or what difference should we make? That's an important aspect. Innovativeness. How we can remodel, rebuild, or build up fresh MOOCs which actually bring up that innovative mindset within our consumers or our customers. How they think of developing or redeveloping their products, or how they think of developing their degrees in times to come and using their degrees in times to come. That's going to be an important aspect. So what I'm expecting from you is going and meeting these stakeholders, taking their views. Even a limited number of sample is good enough, because your projects are divided across the country. So eventually we are going to pull it up over here and we are going to sum up all these things over here. So a limited sample will also do, but at least it will give us a track, that on which track the students want to go and on which track we are trying to move them. So that's going to be very, very, so adaptability and innovativeness is two very important things that I'm looking at. And another very important aspect, that in digital era, we always talk about artificial intelligence. We keep talking about that, how it can be used, how it is impacted, how it can be embedded within our programs. So artificial intelligence, or as our Honorable Prime Minister talks about, AI refers to all inclusive. So taking everybody along, all inclusive. So look at that, how we could produce programs which are all inclusive for all different strata of our society. Students at different levels can understand and build them. This is going to be a very important aspect. We have taken a plunge, CEC has taken a plunge. Hopefully you all will help us swim, come out of it in a better, positive manner, and these reports would be pioneering, which my thought is that tomorrow, or once we finish these reports, we are going to compile them and submit certain suggestions based upon these reports to the SWAYAM board, as well as to the Ministry of Education, that what should be done, how things should be done. Abhi tak IITs kar rahe the, IITs were working on these lines, but now CEC will also try to work on these lines. But we need your support, your help, and I would want that for 2 days, kindly put your head and heart into these, so that you work out with these projects. Mr. Khalid is here, Pedu is here, Parvinder, a postdoc, is here. Pedu is also PhD, so they are very well aware of that, how research is shaped up, how research is built up. And then we are going to have 2 external experts also. Dr. Karnesh Saxena is going to be here, and another expert from Jamia will be there. So put up your questions. थोड़ा सा homework कीजिए, थोड़ा पढ़िए, देखिए, and try to best utilize these 2 days for the growth of this institution, for your own growth. Thank you for coming, and good luck and best wishes.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and motivational address. Your focus on research excellence, innovation, and technology driven higher education has truly set the tone for the deliberations ahead. May I now request Dr. Manhas to present the memento on behalf of CEC to Dr. Shadrach and Mr. Khalid.
So for this next session, we have our keynote speaker or expert, Dr. Muhammad Mahmoor Ali. Let me introduce or give a brief about this personality. Presently, Dr. Mahmoor Ali is working as Assistant Professor at Department of Teacher Training and Non-Formal Education, IASC Faculty of Education at Jamia Millia Islamia, Central University, New Delhi. He is also contributing as Academic Counselor at Indira Gandhi National Open University, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, and Center for Distance and Open Education at Jamia Millia Islamia for teacher education programs. His areas of specialization includes computers in education and ET/ICT, and his areas of interest include educational research, mathematics education, and teacher education. So let's welcome him to this CEC. Most welcome, sir, and thank you so much for accepting our request for this session.
Today we are going to interact, discuss, understand how technology can be used for research purpose, and specifically AI can be used for research. So what kind of technology we can use and how AI can benefit us in conducting the research. But if you go into the details, then you can also put more words or more steps like literature review, research question, formulating research question objectives, sampling or sampling techniques, development of tool, and then collection, data collection technique or process, how to analyze the qualitative as well as the quantitative data, referencing, and then plagiarism if required, and writing report. The point is here, why I am discussing all these, because like you can take the help from different type of technology. Like very first thing is you have to have the content in two forms. One is the conceptual ideas, means like for example, if I want to take up the area of special education or the online learning or similar kind of topics, then first of all I should have the strong, or you can say in-depth understanding of that particular content. Many a times I have experienced or come to the, you can say, notice that many researchers like PhD scholars who come to the universities, they just take the area of research because of many other things, but they are not having the in-depth understanding of that particular area. So if someone is not having the in-depth understanding, even you are understanding the process of research, it will be very difficult for that particular person to take up that area. So first of all, I have to revise my content. So from where I can get that particular content? Internet is the best friend for me. So I can go to the search engine like Google, I can go to the encyclopedia, I can go to the many other websites where I can get the content. Then I need the understanding of research gap or research trends or research review. What researchers are saying about that particular area, what kind of gap is existing, whether it is just by chance that I have take up that particular area, or it is really demanding that particular, you can say, research purpose, or you can say the gap is there. So how I will get? Again I have to go to the internet. I can take the help from internet, like I can go to the websites where journals are there, like JSTOR, Springer Link, Science Direct, Scopus, many, there is a long list of that kind of websites who are hosting the journals, and they are providing you the access of papers. Then you can also go for the thesis, PhD thesis, and we are fortunate enough that government has taken this initiative to give you the access of all the PhD thesis on platform like Shodh Ganga and Shodh Gangotri. So Shodh Ganga is very much known to all of you, and you can go to this website to access the thesis. So this way we can take help from the internet or technology for the first step, that is the literature review and getting the idea, or you can say understanding the content and research gap in better way. This is just to familiarize, maybe of all of you are already working on this, just to get the idea that this is the scholars home page where we can go to search the research papers. Similarly Shodh Ganga, and these are the some of the, you can say, examples. You can go to the other websites similar to that. Then we can also take help sometime the technology help for the sampling purpose. If you are using the randomization in sampling and you want to randomize the you can say numbers, then you can take help of this particular website, that is Research Randomizer. Tool development and data collection. So it again, there are different ways of using technology here. You can directly use platform like Google Form or SurveyMonkey or similar kind of platforms where you can create your tool as well as you can conduct it. There are two things. One is you can develop the tool and you have to conduct it, means you have to collect the data from the respondents. So there are different technologies. One is that you can just create the tool like Word. You can just create the tool. You cannot take the data from the respondent there, but the websites similar to Google Form or the SurveyMonkey or similar kind of, you can conduct also. That means you can take the data. Similarly, you can use the different type of technologies, like you can use software or apps for taking the notes, like you have in your mobile app for taking notes. Then you can also use social media posts as a data to analyze. There are so many researches in the area of online learning or MOOCs where you can have, or you need these kind of data. So you can use the digital medium as a you can say data collection platforms. Then you can also record your data like interview or the meetings which you are having with the respondents, either online or digital cameras you can use, and then take the content, e-content kind of things, and then analyze the data using the different software. Similarly, you can use different software or the websites for the analysis purpose, like you can use Excel for many, you can say tests you can apply there. You can use SPSS, that is specific or specialized software for the data analysis, particularly quantitative data analysis. PSPP is similar to SPSS. The difference is SPSS is the product of IBM, means it is proprietary, so it has to be purchased. PSPP is free and open source, so there is no need to purchase it. You just go to Google, search it, download it and use it. But again, as you know that there are differences, so here PSPP is not so strong in comparison to SPSS, but if you are having you can say the data where you are not requiring the advanced level of analysis, then you can use PSPP. And you can also use R, Nowadays R is in GUI mode, means you can use window kind of things in R. So R is again very powerful tool for analyzing the data. Then you can use the qualitative data analysis software like NVivo, Atlas.ti, SPSS text analysis feature. So there are different type of tools for different purpose, means quantitative data as well as qualitative data can be analyzed with the help of softwares. Then similarly we can use for referencing in bibliography Mendeley and not Zotero and similar kind of, again there are long list of such websites which can be used for the referencing purpose. Similarly for plagiarism check we can go for Turnitin, Urkund. Nowadays universities are using Authenticate and Grammarly can also be used. What is the meaning of AI? It is not a big deal for you to understand what is AI, but there are some features and the main point is that the technology which can imitate human intelligence or simulate the human intelligence, that is the AI. How it works? It works upon different type of technologies further like machine learning, LLM, NLP, and that is technical part. I am not going to discuss that part in detail because that is not required here also. So the point is something is there or someone is there who is claiming that I am as you or similar to you, or whatever you think I can also think, whatever you are taking decisions I can also take decisions. So someone is parallel standing and you have to take help from that. Now it is your choice now whether you want to shift all the work to that person or that identity or you want to take help. So there are many roles of AI, whether it should be assistant, whether it should be replacing the human being. So how to use? When we are using ChatGPT and saying that create a paper for me, that means I am replacing myself. That is not the job of the AI, that you have to say that create a paper for me or create a proposal for me or whatever. So that is the point that we have to start first understanding that we will not use AI for replacing the human being, we will use as a research assistant, because here we are talking about the research. So we can think about the role research assistant or research associate. As you hire in your projects someone as a research assistant or research associate, so you are taking the services of AI